Yes, to right of screen, and if that's not the southern end of the ground, well, I don't know where I've been.
Cranston, number 9 in ruck. He does well, takes clean possession and shares the ball, gets it back, but they've lost it. Now they're in a bit of trouble as the kick forward comes from Gibson, the skipper. Up near the goal square, chance for the Bullants. Held when not in possession and dragged back off the ball. And this will be a free kick virtually right in front of goal, and the Bullants will be first to score.
Pilling, is it, that was grabbed there? Mark Pilling, well, I don't know, he was staging for it, something shocking, wasn't he? He almost got
most of it.
Got a card in soccer for that, for acting.
Now, we reckon the breeze is just about right at his back from here. Mark Pilling, former West Australian Teal Cupper, back from a shoulder reconstruction. This for the first goal of the game, and Deadeye Dick. Up towards half forward, just outside the 50. Bunn goes past looking for the hand pass. Penn goes the other way. And now a chance for the Bullants, right to full forward. It comes off hands, the hand pass given out, and Can kicks the goal.
Well, that's right, Drew.
You think it was a legal hand pass, Phil?
I have to have another look at it, Roscoe, but it was pretty direct football. They got the ball into the corridor. They didn't mess around as much, got it down with a longer kick. Unfortunately, the ball was thrown out, Ross says. I think that was Penn, wasn't it, driving it? And we'll see here. Over she goes. No, that looks okay, Ross, from Ramsey.
Yeah.
And ever alert there, Jamie Can, smart player. I just would like to see him in that stateside next week.
Former Collingwood player, in he goes to Patterson, back to Razzo. And right in front. The mark is taken here by Zorzi, who will be kicking for goal. And you shouldn't really get that much space inside the attacking 50. Zorzi right in front and only 35 metres from goal.
Yes, it was a gimme, really, Drew, wasn't it? Not a player anywhere near him.
Brett Zorzi, best and fairest for the Bullants last 2 years, goes for goal and nails it.
Tell you what, their kicking, their field kicking's pretty good, the Bullants, isn't it? And they have to be efficient. A standalone side, you don't have the luxury of those AFL players. You can't afford to turn the ball over. You saw the play there, Patterson putting it back, and there is Zorzi, just slipped into the corridor at centre half forward. Nice kick. Their use of the ball is very encouraging.
Watson, inventive, yes. Watson, Collins, the ton, I should say, to Collins. Has he got a big man up there in Granger? Oh, Rigg just tried to spoil by not knowing where the ball was. Dished out by Pilling. Shot on goal into the square. Oh, the breeze getting that. Holding
to Favren
against Houlihan. Gee, the breeze held that up.
What about Gibson's shepherd, Ross, in the middle of the ground? I don't know if we'll see that again, but it was just brilliant because it opened the way up. Was it Collins who got that kick? It was a beautiful shepherd, and that is a very, very important goal. We're going Favren today, Roscoe, or Favren? Favren?
Favren.
Favren, we think, yes. Well, we just want to get those pronunciations right. Oh, he's a split.
Ball shuffled across to Zorzi. Stevenson. Once again, they've gone to the defensive side. Luck's a fortune for Gibson. Gibson to goal, and it bounces through.
Great play, Drew. What a fantastic interception that was, wasn't it? By Shannon Gibson. They've been pressuring, they've been threatening, they've been trying hard to just find that opening. And the sea just parted, Roscoe. Have a look at that. You see, oh, well, that is beautiful. Pitt puts the one hand out, and in a way what he probably should have done was forgotten about the ball and just taken Gibson out, because it was always a risk. But if he'd knocked Gibson out of play, he might have been a chance.
Between half-back and wing. Ball over the centre circle. Gibson, the hand pass away and showing a good turn of foot. Terrific running by Patterson. And what a goal from one end of the ground to the other.
Well, doesn't that tell you a story too, Drew? No fiddling around. They went wide from the full back line, but they got it into the corridor and they carried it inside 50 and kicked the goal. And that's really the pattern. You're better off running the ball through that middle part, setting up the handballs, get to 50 and kick the goal. If they're going to flood back, this is how you break the flood. you just link up in the middle. Patterson, look, he runs inside 50. Now look at all the, see all those Scorpion players? There would have been 5 Scorpions in that zone, but they broke the zone. And set plays, if you can get a good kicker outside 50, you break a lot of the flood.
Well, that is a candidate for the TXU power play of the day. That was the best attacking footy all day. Kick by Frankie, deep to the forward pocket. Watson's there. Can't buy a possession this quarter. Oh, but there's a little hand pass. Might have been a throw. Oh, no, the whistle went. It was advantage, and it is a goal.
Yeah, beautiful hands from Can there.
Walsh.
Beautiful hands. He's played at advantage.
Rest for Springvale. Grabbed by Gibson. Punts it really high. Watson coming to the run. Won't get to it. Who will? Zorzi.
Gee, that's a big grab, Roscoe. He's in the state squad, Zorzi. Won't do his chances any harm. A real flyer. Brett Zorzi.
Kicked the goal in the first quarter.
Oh, there's been a few Italians running around, or boys with Italian names running around the old northern suburban clubs, in particular the old Preston. Adrian Marcoux, we remember, another little dazzler.
This will give the Bullants a 4-goal lead if he kicks truly.
And he does.
He does. 23 minutes on the clock, third quarter, round 10.
Well, it's just what they needed, Roscoe, isn't it? You need to, if you're going into the last quarter, kicking into the breeze, if you can get 4 goals out, you really give yourself a fair income chance. It's not as problematic then. If you're only 1 or 2, it's hard yakka. But 4 goals, even if the other side plays well, you're going to be still in the game. And if you kick 1, it means they've got to get at least 5. And even then, it's still tight.
As I said, our on balls push deep. Don't just zone off. All right, well, don't want you just start zoning off. If you've got a man, you go with your man. As I said at half-time, man on man will beat them. I'm confident man on man will beat them. So don't just zone off, all right? Dutchy pushing back and Gibbo pushing back. You're going to have blokes pushing back, helping out the back line. Don't take any chances by going in the middle to a 50-50. We go wide when we can, all right? The boundary line's your friend today, all right? Every time the ball's in your area, you make a contest. When it's your turn to go, you make sure you win. When it's your turn to shepherd or whatever it may be, you make sure you make the right decision and do what you need to do for yourself and for the team. All right? Because every little thing you do, fellas, every scratch, every bite, every kick, every bloody hand you get on a jumper, every spoil, every single thing you do today is going to have an impact. It's that tight a game. So make sure you get that through your mind. That comes with the hunger of the win, doesn't it? Being hungry to win, being hungry to work hard, being hungry to get a result at the end of the day for all this hard work we're doing. The one thing we need to maintain, fellas, is our pressure. Pressure, pressure, pressure. All right? Physical pressure. First hands on ball, leading a man to the footy. Right? We've got to be first to the footy. If we take the initiative, we can play our game. If we're caught behind, we can't play our game. And we'll win the game if we can play our game. All right? Running pressure. Our linking, our switching, our running, our using the 100% man. We've got to promote the run. All right, so go with your first thought. Give the hands when it's there. Move the ball on quickly. We need to break it up a bit. All right, we need to break it up. So the running pressure's got to be on. You've got to reward the runners. You've got to go with your first thought. But remember the process. The kick to the 100% man. Moving the ball on quickly. Contest by contest, minute by minute. All right? Keep it going that way. Our game plan, keep playing inside. When we get to the wing, we go inside. We have numbers pushing forward. The smalls have to go front and centre every single time. If you're not a marking option, you go front and centre.
Numbers to the ball,
right?
boys.
And the last thing, boys, team footy. You've got to bleed for each other now.
For each other,
Let's get back to how much you want to work, how much you want to bleed. All right? We need the first goal. We've got to play hungry football. Let's make it. Come on.
No, Sage laying the tackle on Schwarz, and the Bullants clear. Watson, gee, one in the breeze to be handy.
Look at the split here, Roscoe.
Patterson into the pocket, good kick by Patterson, very good, finds Penn, and strong breeze left to right. They've been hard to kick from here.
Oh, this is a big kick. Matty Penn, age 24. A lot of these kids played with Brent Harvey, Roscoe, out there in the northern region. I was having a yarn to him the other day, and he knows a lot of these blokes, all around the 24 years of age.
Midfielder have to aim it for that left goalpost at least, which he does.
That is a good kick, Ross. That,
very good, Matt Penn.
that is a pearler. What about the rebound out of the back half? Isn't that amazing? And really, Shane Watson, too, was all class. You might look at what Watson did and think there's not a lot in it, but just look at this, Drew. He waits. He just waits, and he does hand the ball over to Reid. And beautiful setup. Beautiful setup. You've got to kick goals into the breeze. No good just playing dead.
Right to the...
I needed to kick that one to have any chance. 3 goals, I think, is beyond them now. I don't think they'll have enough time. What a stirring performance by the Bullants. Standing alone in a VFL competition with a lot of blended clubs, the use of AFL players, they have been inspiring, the Bullants.
Well, after 5 rounds, they were 14th on the ladder with a percentage of 72. And in the next month, they built it up to a percentage of 112. And this will be their 4th win in 5 weeks. So they've turned their season around.
Yes, my father went out to watch them last week. He lives in Preston, Drew, and he said they were awesome last week. You should get on them. They will win today. Named a few of the players, and certainly been right.
And it is a 15-point victory to the Bullants. A fantastic win at Moorabbin over Springvale. They led all day. It would have been a shame to see them overrun in the last quarter, but into the breeze they hung on and won by 15 points.
Yes, Drew, an old-fashioned game, wasn't it? A wind blowing down the ground from the northwest, where players had to just fight every inch of the way, and where there's great uncertainty about whether the other side will get the breeze and kick goals. And when you're running inside 50, do you lose it? Does it rebound? And do you suffer for it? Look at those Bullants. What an inspiring performance. Some great players. Like Zorzi, some of the work he did was just fantastic. Gibson was great. They just had so many tremendous players working hard at it. They spread the workload around. And Mark Williams at 3/4 time was really good. I see as he wanders by in front of me, Gary Sheldon, Premiership player, listed trophy winner with the Coburg side as his assistant coach. They would be very excited about that performance.
And now Ross Booth has the player of the match, and here he is, Roscoe.
Oh, very difficult decision. We ummed and ahed about it. We had 2 very good players, Matthew Collins and Frank Razzo, but we've gone with Frank Razzo in the end. Congratulations, Frank. Fantastic game and a great fighting effort by the Bullants. I think that's 4 out of 5 you won now. Firstly, though, here's the TXU tankard. Congratulations.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, real happy to win the game. We're actually very keen to play finals this year, but yeah, very happy to win the game today. Yeah.
So I think that win, for the moment at least, puts you into the 8. That'll be the first time for a while.
Into the 8, that's what we spoke about before the game. We wanted to get into the 8, and now we're 5 and 5, so looking good for a good year.
How long have you been at the Bullants? This is your 3rd year, is it?
Second year. Second year.
From Collingwood?
Yeah, really enjoying it down here.
What's been the improvement this year? I mean, you've had a lot of narrow losses last year. You sort of belied your place. You're low down the ladder, but could have been high with a few unlucky losses.
Yeah, I think this year it's the under-18s that have come up that first year last year, now their second year. They're probably the top 10 players that come in and really playing well. It's the 22 players, not the 10 players like we kind of had in the last couple of years. So yeah, it's a good team effort now. That's what we think we're winning because of that.
And were you confident 3/4 time, despite Springy having that slight win advantage?
Well, last 2 weeks we've come home really well, so we're real confident now 3/4 time. So yeah, I think we're confident to come home now compared to last year.
Good on you, Frank. Frank Razzo, the midfielder for the Bullants, our TXU player of the match. We'll have some interviews shortly.
Okay.